Oh my gosh, I could not imagine going into a bar and seeing 2 live eagles in there. That would not be something I had on my 2026 bingo card.
Well, and this was the same bar. They had live reindeer in middle of December.
Well, Jeff, here we are for the December market update. Last year when we were shooting this video, it was a little bit chillier. There was snow on the ground. The hillside back there was all covered with snow, so it was definitely below 32 degrees. My hands could feel it.
We were freezing.
It was chilly. As that video went on, it got colder and colder.
Yeah.
Today, 64 degrees.
This is amazing. As I left my house, as literally we're coming here, I hear ping, ping. I hear people teeing off.
In Old Kinderhook, we should be out on the golf course today.
When you said it when I got here, I was like, darn it, you're right.
But duty calls.
Duty calls, but we're outside. And as we always decide on where to shoot these, I said, you know what, if we're gonna get 60 degrees in January, I mean, it could be 3 or 4 months before we get to do this again.
It could be. We, like at the Ozarks, we get some nice days here and there. You made it out on Christmas, out on the boat. Those were phenomenal. A couple of Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Wow.
That was so awesome. The weather has been awesome. It's been a mild winter. From what I understand, the Farmer's Almanac said it's going to be a cold winter, but that hasn't happened yet.
So is it loading up to kick us right in the behind?
I mean, here we are with a 60-degree week. So, I hope we just keep talking about this month after month after month.
I would make a bold prediction and say the lake is not going to freeze over this year.
That'd be tough. It would take some really consistent cold weather.
It could prove us wrong, but
you're right.
I don't think it's
I did dip my toes in the water. Actually went down to kind of my thighs on Christmas Day. It was cold. It was not like really cold like it's been in the past, but it was cold. I guess you could call that a polar plunge, but on a 70-degree day, is that really a polar plunge?
We had some boys doing a regular, Annie even jumped off the dock here on Christmas Day.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, good for you guys. So you guys felt it. You know exactly what it was then.
Well, I mean, I was standing readily by with the towels.
Did you have your camera in?
I had things going on.
Okay.
I think I did take a video of that.
Fair enough. I feel like you're good about that now. Well, here we are in January, which, if everybody knows, there's not a lot going on. This is the 2 quietest months of the year, but there's one thing going on in January that matters, in my opinion, when that is arguably one of the best events of the year, which is Eagle Days.
Yeah. And you were saying now that they're going to have 2 of the Eagles.
Rip Tavern on Friday night. So depending on when you're watching this, the Friday night, which is before the Saturday before Eagle Days, Rip Tavern is hosting 2 of the Eagles from the Missouri Bird Sanctuary who will be in town a little early. Kind of like a meet and greet. I don't think the Eagles will be the talking, but the handlers will. And then on Saturday, all day long, 9 to like 4:30, various events throughout the day at different locations, including live eagle watching, either at Wilmore Lodge or down at the base of Bagnell Dam. Lots of educational things going on. When was the last time you've been to Eagle Days?
It's been a minute, long enough that I don't really remember it because we see eagles. If you live at Lake of the Ozarks or vacation down here, you see eagles down here quite a bit.
Yep. So I think that's a challenge. You're going to be out of town, so you're not going to have a chance to go. But if you go to Christ the King Lutheran Church, there's 4 different events from 9:30, every 2 hours, from 9:30 to 3:30. And then in between those, they've got the Bald Eagle on 4 segments. And then they've got the Owls of Missouri for 3 different segments, 10:30, 12:30, and 2:30. And then at Mount Carmel Baptist Church, they'll have another Live Eagles presentation separately. And so you've got a bunch of things to do. You've got the Bagnell Dam River access. You've got, of course, Wilmore Lodge. So it's all right up there in that part of the lake. But yeah, it's a neat experience. It's fun.
So what's an eagle's favorite snack? Beer nuts? Cheez-Its?
What's the joke here?
What's the preferred beer for the Eagle? Budweiser? King of beers?
I would think so. That would seem appropriate, right? Yeah. I think their favorite snack, of course, is, I don't know. The question would be, what kind of fish is their preferred?
Oh my gosh, I could not imagine going into a bar and seeing 2 live eagles in there. That would not be something I had on my 2026 bingo card.
Well, and this was the same bar, Rip Tavern, which is a family-friendly bar. They had live reindeer in middle of December.
I seen that video.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's wild, man.
If you get a chance, if you haven't had a chance, mark this on your calendar every single year. Bring the kids, bring the grandkids, or you don't need any kids to go. It's just a neat experience, especially if you're into birds, and it's always cool to see live eagles flying around, which is never a guarantee, but they will have spotters, and they'll usually have it set up on a nest or 2 that are across the river, across the Osage. So they'll have it set up. It'll be really cool.
Awesome. We spotted an eagle out here earlier, along with a couple of A10s that flew by.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah,
cool.
Just
the warthogs, huh?
Just above the tree line back there.
Oh man,
Annie, A10.
That reminds me, we did see an eagle on Christmas Day too. How cool is that?
I always said that's a good sign. The day that we were moving out of our last house and we were taking the stuff out across the street, and the top of a dead tree was an eagle overlooking at us. And I said, Annie, that's a good luck charm right there.
As you mentioned, it's becoming like eagles are now living here, more and more of them year round. And so seeing an eagle, spotting an eagle at the lake has become very normal. And it could be in the dead of July, it could be January. It used to only be in the winter, but now it's 12 months a year.
Yeah, those things make wild chirping noises flying up and down the lake back of the cove here.
They're pretty cool. It's nothing screams America like an eagle. Yeah. All right, well, what do you got for us?
Okay, getting into the December lakefront market update, the last one for 2025. We'll do another video for the 2025 year in review, but this is for the month of December. Lakefront homes, new inventory was pretty much flat from last year. We just had one more listing at 42 compared to 41 last year. Currently 269 lakefront homes on the market, 63 more than this time last year, but down 47 homes from November. December's median lakefront sale price just shy of $575,000, decreased 5% from December last year at $605,000. Typical market choppiness throughout the different years. Lakefront home sales showed strength, 55 sales in December versus 38 last December. That's always a great sign. 45% increase, there's buyer demand. And we're gonna get into this more in our year in review. December homes averaged 69 days on market in December compared to 67 last December. Kind of been a trend all year long, just more days on market. List to sale price ratio, 95.05 in December, just down just a smidge from November. Last December was 94.55%, so we're actually a little bit up from that. Months of supply improved quite a bit this month at 4.7 months compared to 5.9 months in November. We did see quite a few listings expire or they withdrew here at the end of the year. They'll probably wait a couple months and come back to market.
Normal behavior.
December 2024, we were at 4 months of supply, so we're up just a little bit from that. Lakefront homes for sale by price bracket at 300 to just under 500,000, 41 homes, down 5 from last month. 500 to just under 750, 72 homes, up 3 homes from last month. 750 to just under a million, 46 homes, same as last month. 1 to 2 million, 43 homes, up 4 from last month. 2 to 5 million, 37 homes, down 1 just from last month. There, was that that's a seagull.
Oh, it sure is. Yeah, I was like, wow.
Yeah,
I
it
saw
caught
the white
me
at
too. I
first.
thought it was an eagle as well. Over 5 million, 7 homes, down from November's 9. 229 currently available, down from November's 316. 94 listings having reduced their price, and that's 41% down just from November's 46.3%. A little bit of that's because those properties pulled off the market. Summary for lakefront homes, December's 45% increase in sales surge and drop in price reductions signals us a strong market going into the new year. Months of supply tighten up with seasonality, very common. Buyers still have selection. Negotiations are still taking place. In things from mid-2025, things have been heating up, setting us into the new year. So now for lakefront condos. New condo listings in December totaled 38 this year compared to 33 last December. Currently, there's 300 condos on the market. And when I say on the market, I mean active and under contract and pending, because even the contingent and the pending ones have not closed yet. So we still call them on the market. December's median condo sale price of $275,000 decreased 20% from December's 2024 of $345,000. That was a significant decrease. And even one of the sales I had, it was just a 1-bedroom condo. So our sale price was well under that median, pulling that down a bit. Condo sales steady, 33 units sold this December versus 31 last December. It's always a good month when condos beats last year's month. Average days on market more than doubled to 99 days from last December's 46 days. Just indicative of the inventory and buyer selectivity. List to sale price ratio decreased to just under 97% from last December's 98.25%. So sellers are negotiating to get to the closing table. Months of supply improved significantly to 7.1 months from November's 9.5 months. That's a big jump in 1 month. That's still above 2024 at 6.7 months, but our trend's heading in the right way. Lakefront condos available by bedroom count. 2 bedrooms, 76, down 25 from last month. 3 bedrooms, 153, down 47 from last month, and 4-bedroom units available. I was surprised by this number. How many 4-bedroom condos do you think are active out there on the market?
The place that I came from, I don't think got any, unless you consider the loft.
No, they had some there. I got one in the wings.
Is that what you consider it? Is the loft? Or would it be the 4th?
This one isn't. It's not a loft. There are some of those condo complexes out there, and you guys need to be careful when you go to look for a 4-bedroom. Ask your realtor. They're not counting the loft as a bedroom. Some of them do have a dedicated bedroom.
Well, I guess,
off that loft.
and I've seen them where they closed off a room in the loft and it made it officially, but I don't remember ever seeing a 4-bedroom at Clearwater. Well, I guess the wedges maybe.
The wedge is a 2-level one.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
13 4-bedroom condo units on the market right now.
In comparison to what? What was it before?
Down 10 from last month.
So there was 23?
Yeah, and I think the month before that was like 26.
Jeez.
Not very many 4-bedroom condo units out there.
Interesting. I actually was reading, I'm doing a prediction post, and I was obviously having conversations with AI. One of the predictions via Gemini was that buyers' appetite will become for smaller units. I don't know where they're getting this from or whatever, but they were specifically talking about that size will become less interesting to the buyers and people will start looking for more smaller, but I don't know if that's really
I don't
true.
think I would disagree with you on a macro level. On a micro level here at Lake of the Ozarks, I don't know how much of that applies for us.
Kind of what I was thinking. Like, rules don't apply here.
I mean, now our first-time home buyers throughout the country is up to 40. It's never been that high before. Things are so much more expensive for kids getting out of college. They have more debt. So that all lends to, I need a smaller place so I can somewhat afford it to get into a place.
It's almost you're forced to based on affordability.
A little bit different from our lakefront market here, but I don't disagree with what that says.
Although it was very specific to the lakes. You think they were taking some macro national data and
That,
applying it.
that increase strain was for Lake of the Ozarks, huh?
Oh yeah, it was very specific, but that doesn't mean they're not polling. AI is smart, but not quite that smart.
We witnessed that.
I have to double check it. Yes, we did.
Summary for lakefront condos. While the 20% median price decline from last December is significant, the improving trends are clear. Months of supply dropping, fewer price reductions, declining inventory. I really think that we've been hitting a market stabilization here in the last few months on condos. I mean, we had a big bump in sales back in October. Things have been heading in the right directions. As I tell everybody that I'm in communication with, I had conversations over the summertime about, hey, we've been thinking about selling our place. And I give them some of the market stats. They realize some of the numbers that they're not going to be able to achieve, and they've held off. Now is the time to really start thinking. If you were thinking about selling your place in 2025, but you held off a little bit, right now is the time to be calling the contractors out, getting bids. Part of our listing process, we did those pre-listing inspections, get some things fixed up. The properties that go to market that are maintained, updated in solid bones, solid construction, no issues, those get snatched up and they fetch a premium. 3-bedroom lakefront homes, nice ones, there's not enough of them. If you want to fetch a premium price, you got to put a little bit of work into it. And right now is the perfect time of year to be doing that. 3-bedroom lakefront homes, 4-bedroom lakefront homes, 2-bedroom condos are still going to be in demand, and 3 bedrooms is the bread and butter for here at Lake of the Ozarks. So if you want to dive more into that and see what listing a property in 2026 looks like, reach out to me, Jesse at lakeexporealestate.com. I'd be happy to walk you through that process. We have contractors that we work with, inspectors that we work with. We can go out, take a look at your property, tell you what needs to be done so you can set yourself up for success here in 2026. And entailed with us, then you get exposure on lakeexpo.com. We're just not putting your listing out there on the MLS, which then feeds the Zillow, Realtor.com, Truly, all those websites. We go to where people that are interested in Lake of the Ozarks are going to for their news and their updates. So when your property gets listed on lakeexpo.com, you get 10 times the exposure of what you could anywhere else. And you could even get this guy to walk through your house to do a marketing video.
I mean, I can promise you it'll be a little different.
He does do some different. I've been working on him a little bit to rein him in just a bit.
I mean, nobody wants to see the same thing over and over again. So, you know, that's kind of my rationale.
And you can get away with that.
True.
Well, thanks for tuning in for December's market update. Appreciate you doing this again, Jeff.
Always.
And look for that year in review because that will be an interesting one.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun. So if you haven't already, have a great start to the year and enjoy this weather.
Yeah, the future looks bright. Onward and upward.
Amen.